All right, so this is just my thoughts on the Sergio Ramos transfer talks coming to Man City on a free contract. Fabrizio Romano mentioned that Pep might be looking at Sergio Ramos to come in for a 2-year deal and then possibly onto New York City after the 2 years was up at City. I think this is insane, not just for City but for Ruben Diaz as well, because could you imagine Sergio Ramos and Ruben Diaz starting in centre-back in the Premier League and the Champions League? Like, that would be borderline unbeatable when you're looking as an attacker. I'm only thinking only the best of the best could ever get past that partnership. You know, Mo Salah, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, you know, people like that are scoring goals consistently year in, year out. That could actually sort of test this partnership if it went through. The only con I could think about would be Aymeric Laporte would have to possibly move on because there'd just be too many centre backs, especially when we brought in Nathan Ake. John Stones is starting to really feel himself now, get back into form. And I know we got rid of Garcia, he's gone to Barcelona, but you can't replace Garcia with Ramos. I know that's a really good replacement, but it makes no sense. It'd be too much rotation, a lot of unhappiness going around. But if we got rid of Aymeric Laporte and we got in Sergio Ramos, oh my god, he'd make Ruben Diaz better. He'd be a captain for our club if De Bruyne or Fernandinho couldn't play and Sterling wasn't on the pitch, or we just didn't want to give Sterling the captain's armband in general. And honestly, it'd just be a brick wall for us. He'd make our goal, you know, conceding goals, probably 5 to 10 goals less a season as soon as Ramos is in the team. As I said, he's the captain of the most successful European side ever to exist. He played for Real Madrid, 13 Champions League titles, and he got 4 or 5 in that, just in his career alone. He scored nearly 100 goals as a centre-back. Captain his country, he's played for his country for over a decade, played for the most successful team for over a decade. He's a winner, and that's what we want. Pep might not want him because he's a Real Madrid player, but in the end, I don't think he would come to Manchester anyway. I don't think we'd be willing to offer him such big wages for such an... He's pretty old football-wise, but he's not lost his touch. He's such a good defender. I still think he's the best defender I've ever watched apart from Puyol. But even then, I was watching Puyol at the end of his career. Ramos is, in my eyes, way better than Van Dijk. Will always be better than Van Dijk, and is the best defender in the world. And I think Ruben Diaz is nearly equal to Van Dijk in second best defender in the world. So I reckon if Ramos and Diaz played together, that would make Diaz the best defender in the world, just from being taught by Ramos and playing with Ramos and getting experience from Ramos. And you can't reject Sergio Ramos to come as a free agent to the best club in Europe at the moment and come into a team where he's going to make us the best backline in Europe. So that was just my quick thoughts. I'm totally down for this going through, but I don't think it'd go through. But if it does, that would be probably the biggest signing since Ruben Diaz I can think of since Kevin De Bruyne.